Alright guys, it's here, League starts, and you gotta log in fast. World 733, start efficiently creating a character. Of course, this time I wanted to go with an old man look, because life can be quite overwhelming with all of these TikToks and jobs and employment and TikToks and energy drinks and geopolitics and TikTok and all of that. So I just wanted to remind you guys that what if you could just be an old man in RuneScape? And so that made me make my character an old man, and I think it turned out well, but it's subjected to change in this video just a teeny bit. And immediately you're thrown into the choice of choosing your first relic, and I decided to go with the Barbarian Gathering. And compared to the two other options, it offers me really balanced active and AFK playstyles, which I like to mix up a bit in my gameplay. Endless Harvest is for if you just want to AFK fully, and Abundance is you make money while you play. Basically, it gets worse the further you go into the league. And now that all of those introductory parts are over, I just started to pull up the wiki page of the tasks and run around like a headless chicken around Valamor. There's lots of things in this continent that I still don't know. The most that I've done is Colosseum, Moons, Huey, Amoxiatl, and Whale Totems. So there are lots of places around Valamor that I just do not know, and I think I learned a lot during my first day here, but I'm gonna say to you guys who don't know Valamor, it's just not gonna get easier, I tell you that. And now that there's some gameplay in the background, I'm gonna tell you a bit about my plan. So I'm not following any guides, just to tell you that. I don't know all of the builds. I've only looked at the melee part of the tree because I think I'm going melee first. You are allowed, in this huge skill tree, you're allowed 3 resets per character, and you have to unlock them in some way, but I just thought that we're in Valamor and there's like a really good melee option, like right at the starting region, and then in my other region there's more, which helps me get, basically it snowballs me to where I wanna be. And where I wanna be is I want to play a major in the end, so at some point I'm gonna spec into mage, and I don't know what type of mage yet, but I might get the idea as I progress through this. So after running around for like 50 minutes, I finally got my second relic, and this time I'll choose hot food. And hot food is really good for passive agility and the auto smelting of bars and auto cooking of fish if you have the boots equipped. The other two options, Woodsman is a no-brainer for the hunter enjoyers, and the hunter guild, I think that one snowballed a lot of early game for a lot of people, so Woodsman is an excellent option. And then Friendly Forager, which allows you to gather herbs as you fish or mine or woodcut. So with gathering skilling activities, you have a chance to get some herbs, and that's also an excellent choice. But I do have plans for later parts where I can get my herbs, and I also have another plans for hunter training, so that's why I chose hot food. And then after I started running around like a headless chicken again, looking at the task list, I found out that there's a task to turn a cape into a purple cape, and then I went into the clothes shop. Then I bought the cape and I looked at the right click options of the NPC, and it seems like you can make over. And there was a task that I read about having a haircut, so I went from this simple balding grandpa into what I like to call the turbo cramps with the mohawk. Let's go, this is the look that I'm rocking till the end. Then I stumbled upon the first real moneymaker of the leagues, and with my 2k I went into this gem shop with chisel in hand and started buying and cutting gems and selling them back in their cut version, and you turn like a really solid profit each time you do this, and this is gonna be a returning theme once I unlock better moneymakers in the future. And after about 2 hours of in-game time, I finally achieved my third relic and I went to pick, and this is the teleportation relic, and you have 3 choices. The first choice is you can TP to any bank. The second choice is you can TP to any agility shortcut you have the level for, and the third option that I chose is Evil Eye. And Evil Eye allows me to teleport to boss entrances and specifically has some useful teleports later down the line for my account, and I do think this is the most efficient way for PVM progression, so I decided to go with this. And for my melee build that I'm trying to do at the start, I was looking at the skill tree now more closely, and the first option, let's go from bottom to top. The first option is range for two-handed weapons, which could be nice. And the option after that is the blind bag, and the option that I ended up choosing. So blind bag is if you're using a heavy melee weapon, and Jagex's Jagex's definition of heavy is over 1 kilogram, and it has a 15% chance to trigger an instant blind bag attack. And the blind bag allows you to attack with a random weapon, which is also heavy, might I add, over 1 kg, from your backpack. And this just seems like the most fun way, and I'll be using melee weapons over 1 kilogram anyway, so it seemed like the obvious choice. I was looking at the other option, which required you to have light melee weapons like under 1 kilogram, and I was just not finding any use of that in my regions and my plans, so I'll not be choosing that. And the last one is Taunts, which is recoil damage, and it required you to use a shield at all times, which also sounds nice, but I want to be the person hitting my opponent and not rely on recoil damage, even though that can be really fun for a certain type of players, and you can make an awesome build out of that one too. But we'll be going forward with the blind bag. And this is me trimming my beard to look even longer at Come to Room for a quick task. Let's make the beard even longer. I then started to explore Karamja after I exhausted most of the easy tasks of Valamor for some easy pickings, and almost got myself killed by a tribesman poison. This poison hits really hard and I was confused. Here's the clip. Let's not drop it, we can eat this, right? Oh no. The jungle is a really scary place, man. But I need to go back to the CKR because I need the anti-poison from there. Yeah, I hope I don't run up to the tribesman again. Damn, this poison is brutal. Tell me the anti-poison. What? There! Oh! I was so close, man. I was looking death in the eye. So after scouting what tasks to do, next I stumbled upon that I need to do Hunter, or I can either unlock 43 Prayer and do some PVM tasks, and I wanted to do just that and not compete at the Hunter methods and the Hunter Guild things. So this is me mining my bone shards that I need for 43 Prayer. Killing a Thasar monster also awarded me a skill tree point. And this one took a while with my low magic level. Here, cage. Can I not cage fish for this? I did, yeah. Easy Camaranja diary. Now taking a break from all of the chaos and doing some fishing for a bit, and after this I unlocked my 4th relic, and in this tier you had some interesting choices. So for the tier 4 relic you have the Butler's Bell, which basically gets you materials whenever you are not logged into the game, so you're playing RuneScape while not even on your computer or your mobile. That's amazing. Then there's Conning Clues, which gives you better clue completion rates, helps you complete clues better. I don't like clues, so I decided to not take this one. Then the most interesting one by far, which is transmutation, and with this one you can turn materials into higher or lower tier ones, and let me tell you, this is by far the most interesting relic, or a skilling relic might I add, that I've ever seen, so I just had to test this one out. And this 4th relic is amazing. I went to the rune shop, bought some fire runes, and then started transmuting those into chaos runes. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is insane. Absolutely insane. And if you can guess where these chaos runes might be used in the future, then pat yourself on the back, we're in for a ride. No? It's Barachaki. 4th option, yeah. Nice. Then I dump this into prayer. And I'm 34 actually. And just like that. Yeah, I'm getting 1.6 mil mage XP an hour. I'll be 99 mage in 9 hours of playtime. Yeah, it is nice. Yeah, 51 prayer. I'm trying out the method with the transmutation, which lets me get more GP out of the gem shop. So I'm gonna buy rubies, then bank those, turn them into diamonds, then there's a long process of transmuting the diamonds into opals, into jades, into red topaz, and finally you can get dragonstones. And the cut dragonstones alch for 6k. So you're basically spending 100 for a ruby and getting 6k back with a little bit of time in your inventory, and I think that is great. This is gonna solve my early game money problems. No way I'm not letting this go to waste. Now this one you probably did not expect, but I'm going for a cheeky Colosseum Wave 1 completion with just my Rune Mace and the Fire Blast spell. Let's see how it goes. and everything goes fine, but then I start to fail my flicks at the Serpent Shaman, and this guy max hits a 28, so I think I got chanced once, not from full HP, so then I eat back up and start flicking again. It's almost time to wrap up day 1. I'm just now inducing my processing tism on the leagues and starting to alch my dragon stones, and here's some sweaty thieving alching stalls skilling method that I tried to come up with on the fly. And the day 1, in retrospect, it was so hectic and so fun. It's just, this is such different league compared to another one, because you start at Valamor and I'm really confused most of the time. I have to constantly keep looking at the wiki. But you know, I play RuneScape, you probably play RuneScape. Wikislop is the term we some of the people use, and I love Wikislop. It's my favorite kind of game. But yeah, I'm wrapping up day 1, uploading this video for you guys, and I'll jump straight into day 2 with some more action and more relic unlocks, trying to push further towards. And you might expect the next episode on next Tuesday. I'm traveling to parents' house on the weekend, so I won't be playing or uploading any videos then. Okay guys, see ya, take care and have fun in the leagues. Bye!